So you want to do Foley? All you'll need is some footage, whatever footage that you may be using. It doesn't really matter. You don't have to use this. This is what I'll be using. This is what I'm using right now to record this. Tascam, Zoom, and it's solely to record audio. Now you don't need this. You can actually just use the mic on your camera if you are running a little budget. I'm going to be using this for the purposes of this experiment. It's not really an experiment. Sorry, there's a car leaving the parking lot. Okay, I think it's gone. So yeah, all you really need is your camera, and hopefully your camera has a mic on it. You can even use your phone for this. It doesn't really matter. Just if you have some way of capturing sound. That's all you need. I'm going to be using this. So first, let's make a list of everything that we need, all the sounds that we need, and then we got to go out and actually record those sounds, recreate them. You can recreate them in here, anywhere. You can recreate them on space if you want to. Well, I don't know if that would work. But what I'm saying, it doesn't really matter. As long as it's a quiet place, you can isolate the noise, the sound that you're making. You're golden. You're good. You got this. Fantastic. Okay, I'm really bad at this, so I'm just gonna do it. All right. Baby, Bobby, Scooby. Alright, now that we have all of our footage that we want to record and all of these sounds that we wanted to record, we'll open up DaVinci Resolve. That's the software I use. And the first thing I like to do is make sure to label and categorize all of the sounds that I've already made into DaVinci Resolve, so I can easily just look up something and I can get the sound instantly and put it in where I need to. Now when I'm approaching a project, I usually like to start with the sound that is going to stay consistent throughout the entire video. That's, in this case, the wind in the background. We just keep the wind going throughout the entire time. You don't have to mess with it, just a nice level. It's just a little bit of background noise. Then I like to do the tedious part, which is the footsteps usually. Usually footsteps are really tedious because in order to make them sound good, we really want to make sure that every footstep lines up with what you're seeing as the footstep. So these sounds that we recorded here, make sure you splice them and then line up your shot to where as soon as that foot hits the ground in the video, that's when you're hearing the noise. But first I can actually just put like a general audio because it's so far away, you don't really, it's just kind of sound, and make sure that level is low. And now just a lot of splicing and matching and splicing and matching and splicing and matching. It takes forever, but it is worth it in the end when you hear how good it sounds. Now when I'm putting these sounds in, I'm not doing much other than just, like I said, splicing, placing them in, and then every now and then you just adjust the audio levels, either by right-clicking and physically adjusting the number or the little slider that's attached to the audio file icon. And then every now and then I'll add a little bit of equalizer, which is a whole other topic that I can talk about later if you want me to. But generally, you just adjust the sound levels, and that's it. Alright, now that we got all of our footsteps in relatively, we just go ahead and put in all the other sounds that you recorded. That's like the splashing in the water, and in this special case, zombies in the background, and also, you know, birds chirping, leaves rustling, clothes making sounds as you're walking, breathing, keys being picked up, things moving, anything that you think would make sound, you just put it in there and you just adjust it how you think would sound good. You can actually do creative choice with this and make it sound, make things highlighted in sound, but generally you just make it pretty accurate to how it would sound in real life. Now that we're nearing the end of actually the sound design, I'll show you the final product, and as you're watching, I implore you to try to listen and see if you can find the origin of the actual sounds. It'd be fun.